Well, good morning, everyone. It is Friday, September 9th. I'm Maggie Flecknoe, and this is Houston Happens. Let me tell you, we have a full show in store to help kick off the weekend. Yes, it is finally here, including tributes to Queen Elizabeth. So what do you say? Let's get this show started. Starting off with something very important for our children. We want them to have the best chance at a successful future in education. Well, SchoolLinks is actually a great resource. Find out more from the CEO. Well, joining me today is Katie Fang, the founder and CEO of SchoolLinks, a college and career readiness platform. Thank you so much for waking up with us.
Yeah, happy to be here.
So tell me a little bit about SchoolLinks, why you founded it, and you're working with some pretty big names.
Yeah, absolutely. So SchoolLinks was founded really based on my personal experience in college and career planning in high school. Back then, we used a very clunky system, and I decided to create a better version and, frankly speaking, a different version of it. So SchoolLinks is a college and career planning system with more than 80 features that engages students through K through 12. And we're actually ranked as the fastest growing company in the college and career readiness space by Inc. magazine. And we're serving, in Texas alone, about 15% middle schools and high schools, including Dallas ISD and Aldine, Lamar, Katy, and San Antonio, lots of big names.
So we hear a lot about the rising cost of college and that overall applications are starting to trend downward. So as someone innately experienced in that space between colleges and districts, what do you think about all this?
Oftentimes there's this divide between college and career, but I think it's actually a lot more fluid than that. Not a lot of students can afford the opportunity to go to college right away or at all due to their personal circumstances. And I think as a society, we should provide alternative solutions for them to succeed. So a lot of smart companies have already figured this out, and they're working with a lot of school districts to collaborate and prepare students together. So as a pathway agnostic company, a platform like ours, we decided to really support students on the college and career journey, and that's why we now have the most robust work-based learning solutions and industry partner portals on the platform.
Geez, this is really amazing. So how do you balance supporting college management and career exploration at your company?
So 80% of college students change their major at least once, including myself.
Yeah.
And I think this problem can simply be solved by starting to have a conversation about career and interest a lot earlier on. On the platform, beyond the 80 features that we have to help students think through college and career, we also have financial literacy. I think it's really important. We collaborated with Maine Township 207 to really educate on the concept of return on investment. We have this feature of Game of Life that helps students think through their decisions on college, career, and even lifestyle decision-making process based on financial consequences. And I also think it's more than just about financial literacy and balancing college and career for students. It's also about helping districts understand the analytics and linking these analytics between college and career to the final outcomes.
Whoa, this is all fascinating, and I know that a lot of people want to reach out to you. Where can they go for more information?
Absolutely, schoollinks.com, and we've got an awesome website that you can find a lot of information on.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
And speaking of children, Sunday is National Grandparents' Day. According, though, to a 2020 report by Feeding America, older adults with a grandchild present in the home, are nearly 3 times as likely to experience food insecurity when compared to those without grandchildren in the home. So joining us now live to discuss this and share resources to support grandparent caregivers is Andrea Cody, Senior Project Manager at Sesame Workshop, and Dr. Arethusa Kirk, National Senior Medical Director at United Healthcare Community and State. Thank you both so much for waking up with us.
Thanks for having us.
So Dr. Kirk, let's start with you. Sesame Workshop and United Healthcare launched a program to honor and support grandparents and their families with educational resources. Can you tell us a little bit more about Grandparents' Day?
Absolutely. We both believe that grandparents should be celebrated every day, and National Grandparents Day is September 11th. So it's a great time to honor grandparents for all they do and then continue that celebration. We also are acknowledging that it's been really challenging these last year and years previous because of the COVID-19 pandemic, particularly around the impact to access to nutritious and healthful foods, and that grandparents who are raising grandchildren are especially affected. So our new Happy, Healthy, Hopeful Stretching Our Food Dollars resource is the latest chapter in our partnership with Sesame Workshop, which is part of our Growing Every Day, Every Way program. It includes helpful tips and activities for planning and making easy, healthy, budget-friendly meals and help children have that playful activity with their grandparents and parents. These can be downloaded for free in English and in Spanish at grandparentsday.com.
Well, this is really amazing. And Andrea, United Healthcare has worked with Sesame Workshop for more than 10 years. Can you share more about this relationship and more about the Growing Every Day, Every Way program?
Yes, Sesame Workshop is the nonprofit behind Sesame Street, and we've been working with United Healthcare for over a decade to support families, healthcare providers, and communities as they help kids everywhere grow smarter, stronger, and kinder. And our Growing Every Day, Every Way program provides families and grandparents with free resources in both English and in Spanish, including help to access affordable and nutritious foods, easy ways that families can build resilience together, and fun tips for incorporating physical activity into their daily lives. And I know that some of the best memories that I have with my grandparents revolve around food. And this new Happy, Healthy, Hopeful resource offers parents and grandparents ways to connect with their grandchildren on making healthy food choices and providing information to families on accessing nutritious meals for the whole family on a budget.
Yes, I have so many memories with my Nana in the kitchen. So, Doctor, how can grandparents be empowered to take care of themselves? Because they're always taking care of everybody else.
Yes, they sure are. There's actually 7 million grandparents that are living with grandchildren under the age of 18 and 2.4 million that are the primary caregivers for those children. So we certainly need to acknowledge their impact on raising the next generation. Taking care of family means taking care of yourself. So the most empowering activity can be getting a strong relationship with your primary care provider and having the best health insurance for your needs. To that end, there's dual special needs programs, which are for those that are on Medicare and Medicaid. They can provide extra support to help purchase healthy foods. Our United Healthcare Dual Complete members will have access to up to $150 a month for covered over-the-counter products, including some groceries. And many of these programs also have dental, vision, hearing coverage, transportation to healthcare appointments, which really helps families model that healthy activity that grandchildren need to see so that they can grow up and be healthy as well.
And lastly, where can people go for more?
Grandparentsday.com is our website for both free resources in English and in Spanish.
Well, ladies, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
And stay tuned. We have plenty of Houston Happens headed your way.
We love you because you keep it real.
Next on CW 39, Houston.
At Texas Children's Pavilion for Women, we deliver the care you need in the way you deserve. With regular OBGYN visits, industry-leading fetal care, and minimally invasive gynecologic surgery. Because no matter what's ahead, we're with you all the way.
Hi, I'm Eric Dick, and if you have damage to your home, call me right now at 833-7-RIGHTS. You have the right to hire a home insurance attorney like me to see whether you have a home insurance claim. Don't delay. Call me right away at 833-7-RIGHTS. If you have damage to your home, call me today at 833-7-RIGHTS.
If you've experienced damage to your home, call the Dick Law Firm right now.
Hi, I'm Dr. Orton, host of The Doctors. Yes, Sonobello can remove your stubborn body fat in just one visit. Here's Johanna. You can see all this fat and excess skin here, but thanks to Sonobello's Tri-Sculpt Micro-Laser Liposuction, that fat was permanently removed and her excess skin was tightened. What a difference.
I'm so happy with my results.
And look at police officer and mom of two, Felicia. After one visit to Sono Bello, her stubborn lower belly fat is gone and her hourglass figure is back. And look at these pictures. Her results just keep getting better and better.
The amount of energy and confidence that I have now is immeasurable.
Schedule your free, no obligation consultation now and find out how you can get $250 off. Call 1-800-762-1646 or go to sonobello.com.
I was driving, someone smashed into me, and then they just drove off. I knew I needed a lawyer, somebody to help me out. After calling Jim Aller, he got my medical bills paid for. My car was fixed immediately. The time that I took off of work was reimbursed to me. I wasn't expecting to get as much as I did. My life is better because I called Jim Aller.
I'm Jim Adler, the Texas Hammer. I know how to get you all the money the law says is yours.
Call today, 713-777-4000.
Who would have thought that Burlington would have the latest styles, the brands I love, the coolest looks, and the prices? Need I say more? You'll love the deals. You'll love Burlington.
Welcome back to Houston Happens. Varicose veins, they actually affect around 23% of adults worldwide. But there's actually a quick and less invasive treatment. Find out more from Modern Heart and Vascular.
It's something that we hear about and a lot of us cringe, varicose veins. So doctor, tell us a little bit more, starting with what are they exactly?
Thank you, Maggie. Varicose veins are a big problem in our society. There are a lot of men and women that deal with them. Now, it is way more common in women, but the definition of varicose veins is they're veins that are visible on our legs usually. And these veins, there's the cosmetic side, Maggie, that women want to have beautiful legs, and that's amazing. But then there's the medical side, where these people that have varicose veins actually have high risk of vein disease and blood clots and symptoms and poor circulation that is so easy to fix nowadays, Maggie. And we just encourage people to examine their legs or have their primary care doctor or cardiologist look at them so we can help with that.
So some women have it, and men too, and others don't. So what causes them?
So varicose veins can be hereditary. So if mom had it, then you're more likely to have it as well. Then there are lifestyle changes that cause them as well. So people that are sitting or standing for prolonged periods of time. So lack of motion. People that have had surgeries and they're kind of in bed for a while, or people that are just have jobs that need them to sit down. Teachers, store clerks, doctors, flight attendants, that are just not moving constantly, they're sitting and standing, are way more likely to get varicose veins.
So I've seen those pantyhose that people wear to like hide them or conceal them, those socks too. But what can you do to treat this long term?
Yeah, so you're right. The first option we always try is more conservative measures. So those compression stockings are essential to try. You don't want to just go directly for a procedure or fix in our office. You want to make sure that that's your option after you've tried the simple ways. But if you've tried the simple ways and they're just not working, there are minor non-surgical, takes sometimes even seconds to minutes to do in the office. You drive to the office, we do the procedure, you go home immediately. You can drive yourself home immediately. What are some of those procedures? There are injections for foam, glue, or using heat to seal off those varicose veins. And there's some new therapies with laser and very minimally invasive, minor stuff. I mean, my mom has had it done and her legs feel amazing. Forget about the looks, but her legs feel amazing. So many people that are losing sleep at night because of these varicose veins, we can restore their health. We can restore their sleep, and they can feel great.
Well, I know that this is really good news for a lot of our viewers out there. So how can they contact you?
Our website is www.modernheartandvascular.com. Our phone number is 832-644-8930. Sorry about that little ambulance in the background. We are close to a hospital.
I didn't even hear it, but that's okay. We know we're in good hands with you. Thank you so much, doctor.
Thank you. Thank you, Maggie.
All right, real talk here. How many relationships have you been in with an electric provider? See what I did there? Well, you may want to commit to one. Find out more from Power Wizard. All right, some people are commitment phobes, especially when it comes to an electricity provider, but you might want to sign up for that long-term plan. Never fear, here to guide us through all of this is Tatiana with Power Wizard. Always so great to have you.
Thanks, Maggie. Hello.
Hello, it's so wonderful because you make things make sense, which I really appreciate. You and I were talking, I told you my dad, he was in the process of looking and he was like, gosh, these long-term plans. But you say no, go for it.
Yeah, go for it. We are also used to about 12 months, 24 months contracts, and they're still available, but those rates are the highest there is right now. So we're used to 9 cents, 10 cents rates right now. The 12 months are 18 to 21 cents in some cases. So yeah, you do want to go for the 36 months, 48 months contract terms.
Well, here's the thing though. I think this is where people are getting like, I'm worried about that because let's say I don't really like what's going on and I want to cancel. So what are we going to, be penalized for that?
Yeah, so Power Wizard helps you through all the legwork. We do all of this for you, but we advise our customers, or we do this for our customers. We sign them out on 36-month plans. It's a 40 cents rate. It's much better than 18, 19. So on every month you save about $130 by being on this long-term contract.
Jeez.
Yes, of course it depends on how much you use. But if you use $2,000, $3,000 a month right now with these hot summer temperatures, you do save about $50 to $130 every month. So the 36 months plan have a cancellation penalty of $99, sometimes $150. So why would you not go for 36 months and then cancel after, we do estimate in 12 to 18 months the rates will come down again.
Oh, I hope so.
Of course, can't guarantee it, but this is what, we estimate and we forecast. So once they come down again, you just simply move from your 36 months, you cancel it and go back to your 12 or 24 months plan again.
So you're still saving money.
Yeah, you save every month $130 and, once the time comes, you say goodbye to that plan, you pay the penalty and sign up for a new one.
And they help us say goodbye, you all.
Yes.
I don't know about you, but I was terrible at breaking up with people. So I wish you were there when I was breaking up with ex-boyfriends. I'm just kidding. But you'll break up with electricity providers for us.
So yeah, if you don't want to deal with all that hassle, that's what Power Wizard does. We choose the right plan for you. We do all the legwork. We do all the searching. You don't have to search for hours and trying to find the right plan. We do all of this for you. And our strategy right now is to put our customers on 36-month plans. Once rate comes down, we just let you know. You can decide, yes, I want to pay the penalty, and we move you to a better rate.
Well, I would like to commit to Power Wizard. I don't know about you. Also, where can people go for more information?
Go to powerwizard.com. Lots of information on our website about us, what we do. There's also a phone number you can call our customer service agents. They're very friendly, they're very knowledgeable. All questions you have, just call us. You don't have to sign up for our services, $89 a year to manage all your electricity needs. But just call them, ask questions, educate yourself what's going on. It's very important.
Well, as always, Tatiana, it was a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. And still to come, mourning Queen Elizabeth. And what's next for the monarchy? That and more on Houston Happens.
In a recent clinical study, patients using Salonpas patch reported reductions in pain severity, using less or a lot less oral pain medicines, and improved quality of life. That's why we recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
Who can you call when you need immediate help, any time of day or night? Always giving you and your family peace of mind.
AAA's legendary roadside assistance is a network with over 50,000 vehicles that respond to more than 32 million assistance calls every year.
If something happens and we're broken down, my family's not going to be stranded.
There are so many benefits to membership, and AAA is there if you're locked out of your car, need a tow, run out of gas, have a flat tire, or a dead battery.
If you have one flat tire or one battery service, that membership fee pays for itself.
Wherever you go, wherever you are, you can trust AAA to be there when you need them.
Join AAA today for less than $5 a month. With this special offer, there's no admission fee, and as a special bonus, you'll receive 2 free one-year memberships for eligible family members. Don't wait another second. Call to join AAA right now.
Hi, I'm Dr. Andrew Orden, host of The Doctors, and this is 5 pounds of fat. Nobody wants to carry this around our stomach our back, our hips, our thighs. Well, now you don't have to. Thanks to Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, you can toss the fat away permanently.
I noticed day one, my stomach was flat, and then over time it was just getting better. Thanks to Sono Bello, I finally have a flat tummy.
TriSculpt Micro Laser Liposuction removes your diet-resistant fat cells permanently while also stimulating collagen to help tighten and smooth the skin for incredible transformations in just one visit. Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation now and find out how you can get $250 off. Call 1-800-815-6629 or go to sonobello.com.
When you've got to have crunchy tacos, it's got to be DQ. Right now, get 3 Texas T-brand tacos for just $5. We're talking zesty taco meat, lots of fresh toppings, and a crunch you can't resist. At 3 for just $5, that's a lot for your buck. And nobody but DQ lets you top it off with your favorite treat.
DQ, that's what I like about Texas.
Well, it's still hard to believe. Queen Elizabeth, Britain's longest reigning monarch, died peacefully, surrounded by her family at Balmoral in Scotland on Thursday. Since then, condolences have poured in from around the world after the death of Queen Elizabeth, whose 70-year rule saw Britain through decades of change. She had been on the throne since 1952, when the nation was still rebuilding from the deconstruction of World War II. Well, Cher Calvin has a look at the life and legacy of Queen Elizabeth II.
A dismal day in the UK, the grey skies and rain outside Buckingham Palace reflecting the mood of the monarchy. Earlier, cameras captured the royal family, Prince William driving now King Charles, Princes Andrews, Edward and Edward's wife Sophie to be at the Queen's bedside at Balmoral Castle in Scotland. The official announcement that the 96-year-old Queen had died was placed on an easel outside Buckingham Palace, the flag lowered to half-staff.
This is a tremendous blow to the country, to its sense of its perception of itself and that historical transition.
The new King, Charles III, issued a statement saying the death of my beloved mother, Her Majesty the Queen, is a moment of the greatest sadness for me and all members of my family. And I know her loss will be deeply felt throughout the country, the realms, and the Commonwealth, and by countless people around the world. Already, the world is honoring the memory of the monarch who served for 70 years.
Here's someone who had to live 2 roles, a traditional wife and mother, pretty much, who always said if she had her choice, she would be a lady living in the country with dogs and horses. But she didn't have a choice. She was born into this family and inherited this role, and she carried it off with a kind of dignity and focus and a compass that never seemed to really go very far off the setting.
In one of the Queen's last official acts, she met with Britain's new Prime Minister, Liz Truss, just days ago at Balmoral Castle.
The death of Her Majesty the Queen is a huge shock to the nation and to the world. Queen Elizabeth II was the rock.
The Queen was widely adored and respected around the world. Today, President Biden ordered flags in the U.S. flown at half-staff, and he visited the British Empire, signing a condolence book to honor the Queen, saying simply, "The Queen was a great lady."
That she was, and that was Cher Calvin reporting. Now, Prince Charles automatically became the monarch, taking on the name of King Charles III after his mother's death. He has since returned to London and Buckingham Palace, where he's expected to address the nation for the first time as king. Meanwhile, here in the States, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi ordered the flags at the U.S. Capitol to be flown at half-staff due to the Queen's passing. In a written statement, Pelosi says that she was honored to have attended the Queen's address to Congress in 1991. The House will pass a bereavement resolution when it returns from its summer recess on Tuesday and adjourn for the day in honor of the Queen. And back here in Houston, the lights at City Hall lighting up in red, white, and blue in honor of Queen Elizabeth. Mayor Sylvester Turner released a statement saying he recalls meeting the Queen when she visited Texas in 1991 and even made a stop in Houston where she received the key to the city from then Mayor Kathy Whitmire. Mayor Turner says Queen Elizabeth was a delightful woman, had a great sense of humor, and was very smart. He also says, quote, she left a positive impression on members of the state legislature who are never an easy audience, end quote. Now, the date of the funeral is yet to be revealed, but it is expected to be in the next 2 weeks. One thing we do know, Her Majesty's legacy will live on. Well, in other news, before we go, CW39 Houston has teamed up with iHeartMedia. We want to send you and a guest to the 2022 iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas on September 23rd and 24th. Hotel, airfare, and tickets to the show are included. Just go to our website, CW39.com, or even easier. Do you see that QR code in the corner of your screen? Just scan it and enter for your chance to win. So yes, that is almost a wrap on today's show, but before we go, let's take a look at today's sponsored content. And we also want to tell you about something else. We have high school football, so you want to watch that show for sure. There is a lot going on. And let's see, do we have a preview of that, y'all? Do we have time for that? Nope, I guess we're out of time, you guys. Time flies when you're having fun there in my ear, for sure. But you know what? I want to take us out live. Here is a live look out at Buckingham Palace. People have been gathering ever since the news of Queen Elizabeth's passing. We are going to see a lot of history unfold as we continue to grieve and honor her legacy. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday morning, same place, same time for more Houston Happens. In the meantime, bye for now, everybody.